What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we are attacking 10 more FUT Champs games. We started the day on 12 and 2, I believe. 12 and 2. You obviously knew we were 13 and 2, so we win this game, we go 13 and 2. And I think after all the games today, so I actually don't know exactly how many games are in there today. We'll see where, I think I finished 20 and 5. So I went from 12 and 2 to 20 and 5, which means I went 13 and 3 in the next... No, wait. 7 and 3. 12 and 2. 8 and 3. 8 and 3. So we've got 11 games today. We go 8 and 3. But yeah, after all the gameplay today, guys, we finished 20 wins and 5 losses. I'm not too disappointed in the results at all. You know, I've lost games fairly. There was one game that I lost that you'll see in today's video later on, where I was kind of a little bit disappointed that I took the loss. But the very next game I won, and I really should have lost. So that's the first time I felt like this weekend I'd won where I didn't deserve to, and also the first time this weekend where I'd lost and I didn't think I deserved to. There's been a few games though, all the losses that I've taken have either been on penalties or by 1 goal, and 3 of them have been by a 90th minute goal. So, like, we're there, we're close again. But 20 and 5, not too bad. You know, that leaves me 15 games to get 8 wins. You know, not blowing my own trumpet or trying to be big-headed, I'll be super gutted if I don't get 8 wins from 15 games. You know, that would be pretty annoying. But anyway, we've got some comments. Arsenal fan, a lot of comments on this, a lot of likes on this comment, and it's been there a couple episodes. He says, Nep, at the end of FIFA, you're going to sell everything on your RTG. Would love to hear thoughts on this. No, not at all. I'm just going to leave it. There'd be absolutely no reason to sell everything. In fact, most of what I have anyway is untradeable, other than a couple of players here or there. Like, of course, I will get rid of, like, actually over the next few weeks, I will sell everything, like all of those ones to watch cards, all of the untradeable, all of the like bronze and silver team of the season cards, all of the consumables. The club will be barren; it will be completely empty, with exception of the players that I'd be using at that time. That will happen in the next few weeks. So probably, good dudes, by the time the end of the game comes, I won't even have anything sellable in the account anyway, so it would be pointless to sell it. Shawnee Purser with quite a long comment, but I think this is a good topic of discussion. He says, hey Net, fan since day one. Anyway, I feel like there's a massive issue in the game that doesn't get the amount of attention it should receive, and that's pack weight. I believe that it's a serious issue, as people such as yourself spend thousands of pounds and actually get nothing. Of course, there are exceptions, like in your video, but in general, this is robbery. I know it's a game, but EA really take advantage of people. Don't get me wrong, EA have done so many good things, but still, the whole pack weight issue is unacceptable. It's pure robbery. I know it's each person's choice to buy them or not, but it's still extremely incorrect. I'm not suggesting that Ronaldo should pop up out of every 10th pack. It should still be far from that, but the chances of packing a good player should be improved. I know this would probably have an impact on player prices. Would love to hear your opinion. Sorry for the long comment. Love the content and keep up the good work. Interestingly, I disagree with you. I absolutely disagree with you. You know, you said people spend thousands of pounds and actually get nothing. That's actually not true. If you're clever with your coins, if you manage your packs properly, you can generate lots and lots of coins from FIFA points. You know, last year, at the end of the year, my account had probably about 8 to 10 million coins worth of consumables in it. And 8 to 10 million coins was enough to buy anyone and everyone that I wanted. My account right now, my main account, the account that I spend FIFA points on, also has about 4 to 6 million coins worth of consumables on it. And so I don't really spend money on the game right now. See that Heung-min Son goal? This is important for this pack weight thing, a player like Son. What happens is that people just get very lazy with how they spend their money and what they do with the items they get from the packs. For example, they won't bother listing up cards. You know, contracts they'll just discard or keep in the club that stay there forever. Consumables basically is one of the biggest problems. Players as well. You can sell any player on the market for any amount of coins. You know, like the Storaro, the Juventus centre midfield, he was 10k extinct at one stage because of an SBC. And what you probably would have had is someone like myself on my main account, I probably would have discarded Storaro around 50 times so far this season. So, you know, 50 of those 10Ks, that's 500,000 coins if I'd have been, you know, better with my coins. So I don't think you get nothing back. The problem is, is if everyone packs good players, you're going to have the Son effect, which is what I'm gonna dub this the Son effect, and I'm going to use this from now going forwards. We're going to name this the Son effect. When Heung-min Son's Player of the Month card went down to about 110,000 coins, and you got about 110,000 coins of packs back, everybody had him. And even to this day, almost you will see 89 rated Son in around 90% of the teams you play against. And that's because he was so easy to get and so very good. And he is so good. So if EA upgrade or change the pack weights, if EA bolster the Ronaldos and the Messis and the Team of the Seasons, what you're going to see is you're going to see these players, every single player that you could possibly imagine, being at an absolute minimum value, which means absolutely everybody is going to have these incredible packs and incredible cards, incredible teams, and it's just going to change the whole dynamic of Ultimate Team for the worse. You know, Ultimate Team should be about grinding to earn and spending money if you want to, you know, speed up the process. It shouldn't be about guaranteeing yourself first owner huge pools just because you think that the pack weight is incorrect. So I don't necessarily agree with you, dude. I think if they up the pack weight, what you'd end up seeing is a lot more people opening packs early on, getting all these incredible players, flooding the market, and then within a week or two, you'd just see everyone have incredible teams for super cheap, and it would massively imbalance the game. Not only that, but from a business perspective, from EA's point, not only would it massively imbalance the game in a playing section, it would first, you know, it would legitimately become pay to win essentially, but also it would reduce people's need to buy packs because they know, hey, why should I buy packs? Or, you know, I'll buy a few packs because I know I'm going to get some good stuff. Why should I buy packs otherwise than that though? Because other people are going to buy packs and they're going to flood the market with these high rated players because they're going to be the ones that pack them and I'll just pick them up for cheap. It's just not a good move for the game. The only thing that I wish is that they do things with bundles. You know, when you buy 12,000 FIFA points, you get a guaranteed Team of the Week pack or a guaranteed Team of the Season pack or a guaranteed birthday pack. Literally set up special bundles each week like other games do. FIFA Mobile does it, Madden does it. You buy a bundle that gives you a guaranteed special card and just make that card untradeable. And there you go. It still has an impact on the market, absolutely it does. But it doesn't have as big an impact on the market as if it were tradable. So that's my opinion on that, bro. Patrick Quilligan says, hey Nep, I want to back to the FIFA 17 release and noticed that one of the things EA were promoting about the game was that players now had emotions. This got me thinking that possibly if a player such as Michy Batshuayi misses his first shot, he may be less likely to score later in the game, and due to this, as he may be feeling nervous, or that it may be more likely to score as he would want to make up for his earlier error or mistake. By the way, I love the vids and keep up the good work. And initially I wasn't actually going to talk about this because I have talked about it before, but somebody replied to that and is kind of giving false information on my behalf. He said, there's a hidden stat called morale. Nep has gone over it before. The worse you perform using a player, losing bad passes, bad shots, the AI will make mistakes and shots and passes will be worse, just like in real football. I never said that at all. There was a video on an EA Spain account that was made by a YouTuber where he talked about the potential of morale, and you know the reason why someone like Butland, for example, is so good because once he makes that first save, he gets confidence, and off that confidence, it makes him make better saves and stuff. But it's just nonsense. It is just nonsense. EA came out and said that is not true, is not correct, and it is just actually the guy himself that made the video, the YouTuber himself, tweeted out saying that's just his opinion and his theories and his thought process. But it's not an actual real thing in the game. There used to be morale in the game, they removed it. But yeah, I don't believe that there's anything like that in the game. There's no, if you miss a shot, you're gonna miss the next loads of shots or anything. It literally is just not in the game. It's all placebo. If you think that's the truth, if you think that happens, I believe it is literally just placebo effect, and you're not helping yourself at all. But yeah, I don't like it's not a thing. It's not a thing. I just wanted to clear that up because, as I say, Joshua Morgan there kind of spoke on my behalf but gave information that I didn't necessarily say. So I thought I'd just clear that up for you guys. Harry Tomlinson says, hey Nep, Nick was talking about getting the Icon Edition for next year's FIFA Road to Glory. I was interested in what version you were getting next year for the Road to Glory. I probably will get the Icon Edition, dude, yeah. Just because I feel like that's, you know, when we were talking yesterday, for example, about what an average gamer does, what an average amount of games is, what's fair, I think the average person will probably get the Icon Edition. So if the Road to Glory is due to be a Road to Glory for average players, or you know, showing what you can do just after initially buying the game, I think that the Icon Edition should be there. There was also an error last year, so I didn't have the Super Deluxe version this year. This is just the base version of FIFA on this account. Whereas Nick did have the Super Deluxe version. Obviously gave him a minor advantage early on. Not that we're competing, but in terms of what you get versus what you don't get, those two 15k packs that you got every week were big for him, whereas I wasn't able to get those. So like the reason why he got that as well, he didn't do it on purpose, is because there was an error last year where, like, if you did something, if you like logged on to one account that did have it and then logged on to one that didn't, it would also get the benefits of it. So I'm going to wait and see if there's something like that first, so I don't even have to pay for it. You know, like we'll see if there's some kind of like glitch in the system again where we're able to kind of get it for free. But I'll take a view on it from you guys. I think for the benefit of the series, for videos, and for the general averageness of what people do, I think getting it would be the right move. But I'd also be totally okay with not getting it. You know, it wouldn't really bother me. Bradley Crawford says, "Hi Nep, do you think the pace is an important factor for midfielders this year? As I'm thinking about getting Team of the Season Cruz. What is your opinion on this?" It depends how you play and what you want out of FIFA. One of the best midfields that I used was the the Bundesliga Team of the Season midfield. Naby Keita, Thiago, and I can't remember who the other midfielder was. I had flat 3 midfield, and having 3 very quick midfielders was noticeably incredible. Like, they just buzz around the field like it's nobody's business. You know, they're able to get back, track back, get tackles. When they're running forwards, they're able to outpace midfielders and sometimes defenders. And just generally speaking, it was really, really positive to have them in the team with that much pace. However, I don't think pace is a necessity in midfield, as long as you know your strengths and your weaknesses. So as long as you know with Toni Kroos, he's got lack of pace, so he's not going to be able to track back. So don't put him into a position where you're expecting him to track back. You know, if you're playing a 4-1-2-1-2, obviously don't use him as CDM, and also don't do something like set back, stay back while attacking, or even worse, don't set him to get forward. And you know, don't encourage him to get forward when you've got him on the ball, because what's going to happen is you're going to move him up the field, you'll lose possession, and then you basically might as well just take him out, and now you're 10 men for this defence. Like, so as long as you know your strengths and your weaknesses and the strengths and weaknesses of the players, I definitely think it's okay to have Team of the Season Toni Kroos. You know, he's nice and cheap, and it's a very, very good card aside from his pace, but as long as you know what you're doing with him, you know. Next comment is from Shaz Ahmed, says, "If you miss wingers, just change to a 5-2-3. I think it means a 5-2-2-1. Yeah, I'm going to try the 5-2-2-1 this weekend league. No, not this weekend league. This week in Division 1 and in the daily knockout tournament to win that Nacho. I'm going to try the 5-2-2-1. But the thing that I've loved about the 5-3-2 is the fact that the midfield is so compact. One thing that I found massively this weekend league is that I have not taken a loss to anyone that switched or used 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You know, the pros use 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. The problem with it is when they switch to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is they now have 2 strikers, 1 cam, 2 midfielders, 1 CDM. So they've got 6 players right there. What I have is 3 flat midfielders and 3 flat defenders. I've got 6 players in that zone up through the middle to directly combat the 6 that they've got. What I then have as an advantage is 2 wing backs that can not only get back in and help defensively, but because they have no wingers in the 4-1-2-1-2, I have 2 wing backs that have free reign up and down the wings. So I found that against 4-1-2-1-2, when people switched to it or when they started with it, I absolutely dominated the game. I found it really easy to hold possession just because there was no threat down the wings. The only threat I had was through the middle, but because I have, like I say, like two banks of 3, it's just impossible to get through, especially given the fact that their CDM is not really included. So they've literally got a 5v6 scenario almost every occasion. And then as long as I was able to take my chances, I would win the games comfortably. So the 5-3-2, I feel like, you know, what I was saying at the start of the video, I feel like I'm on the verge of perfection with this formation. I think personally that another pacey striker would be important. I'm not saying that Lukaku's been bad or Jorgensen was bad, because I actually rate both of them immensely. But having another speedster next to Son, I think would be very, very good. Because there are a few occasions when I'm on a counter-attack And, you know, Lukaku, because of his balance and agility or whatever, and just because he only has like 92 or 94 pace instead of like 97 or 99 pace, I feel like sometimes he labours a little bit too much. And off the back of that, I end up, you know, not getting the best out of a counter-attack that I could have had. So I feel like if I can just refine the team a little bit more and find the right balance between the 3 centre midfielders and the 2 strikers, and the right balance of the fullbacks, because I don't like the fullbacks. I don't find them, Bellerin, Coleman, Plattenhart, I don't find them to be too great. It's a shame because it means Stindl's probably going to be moved out of the team, even though I think Stindl is one of the best players in the team. Yeah, I'm gonna change my fullbacks. I want the Tellez, the Semedo, the Pereira, the fullbacks with blistering pace, incredible dribbling, very good defending, physical and passing, so that they can be exactly what I want from them as a fullback. So with that, I'm also going to think about maybe having a look at maybe some custom tactics or player instructions throughout, because as I said, every game I've lost so far this weekend, and spoilers for those of you that don't want to know, mute for 20 seconds here. Currently in the weekend league, I am 22-6 after 28 games. And out of all 6 of those games, I've lost 2 on penalties, I've lost 3 to 90th minute goals, and the 4th game, the other game that I lost, was just by 1 goal. So I'm narrowly on the verge of winning every game, and in that time I've played 2 top 100 players. In fact, the guy that I lost 2-1 to earlier to a 90th minute goal 3 or 4 games back, he finished 23rd in the world last month and 11th in the world the month before. And I have more possession and generally gave him a really, really good game. I had a few shots more than him, and I was actually gutted that I lost the game. I felt like I gave a really good account of myself, and I didn't get blasted by a guy who is notoriously a phenomenal player, continuously gets 40, 39 wins, and we lost by a 90th minute goal after really, really performing well. So I feel like, and that's the second top 100 player we've lost to this weekend league. So 2 of my 6 losses are to top 100 dudes. One of them was to a guy who usually finishes Elite 1 or Elite 2. And in general, I feel like in all of the games, I was so close. And I wonder then, is it now the time to refine the team and the formation rather than switch formation out? Because obviously this has been successful for me. You know, the 5-3-2 has been a success to a degree. If I can find that tiny little edge to just turn those games, those narrow losses into narrow victories, you know, and this is what people get frustrated with me, but I could legitimately be unbeaten right now. There was only one game that I felt like I absolutely deserved to lose, and that was a game a couple of games ago. But of the other 5 losses, I didn't not deserve to lose them, but I could have also won them. So I feel like I'm on that verge of potentially being in a position where I can be formidable with this formation. I just need to really get into the nitty-gritty of the formation and really figure out the inner workings of it and sort out the team so that there's no weak spots in the team. Because like I said, right now, 2 of my centre-backs are just too slow. My left-back and my right-back I'm not overly keen on, and the second striker needs a little more pace. So if I can change those things after this weekend league and improve those for next weekend league, who knows? I might end up being even better position this time next week. Of course, it might backfire and I might end up being in a worse position, but here's hoping. Reece Johnson says, and this will be the last comment for today, says, hey Net, what are the monthly rewards going to be the month of June? On Foothead, it's just normal informs, but I heard numerous times it was going to be team of the season for the last month. Love your vids as much as I love you. I appreciate that, dude. And yeah, the pack code says that team of the season for top 100 is going to be 44 monthly rewards is going to be 44 team of the season cards. I don't know how it's going to work. Honestly, we're just going to have to wait and see. I hope it is team of the seasons. You know, if I can get Elite 1 and get 20 guaranteed team of the seasons for this account, man, it will be great for the final months of FIFA to be able to pick that up. So guys, there you have it. We win the last game quite comfortably. We end up going on a nice little streak there, finishing 4-1 on stream and 5-1 off stream. As I said, I think we went 8-2, maybe 8-3 out of these games actually. But yeah, I'm currently sat at 20-5 at this stage right here, which is pretty damn good. But this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.